choose a destination be a obetimi about top as a coach or a manager na wash baby a okoni. And sometimes yani your dream, your aspirations, baby a person could do no big club will be in your unity quick. Near Kwako Jumano. But what check situations be on our grounds. And in the state of Yankase mentality, sometimes Rihanna as a German board, my young coaches be omundruye regarding the environment I am moko. Coach Ignacio was madam for or a young coach in Tibetan example. Remember some time ago or comediama and a coach Juma and the coach Anochi. O man chakra and now move free hodmo. For whatever reason, o man che. Now ya Rossinia Juma pesa wa ye Chelsea no. Ne some kind attitude kakra ma hu Arsenal no. Menya show so betimi change a lot on the field, especially technically from what Maresca did. But on no Rossinia no. Ni tirimu po. Ni being ni persona as a coach. A failure obey integrity that into the minds of these players. Say na me de me pema na mo. On the field, ni say na me pesa mo ye. Say after goal, say na pesa mo ye. Opponent ni say a failure all but try say my players no ati ni su ene ne bias. Until the kasa after the game about Arsenal say the environment of Chelsea fans are creating no. Omo maintain this going forward. Now we show up say the beyond be back amomo they will avail for the players. Or no betimi a play fans in the boss say almost so ebe do betimi bia. Onye bibia asa me bona baso na me mo na baso. But I'm trying to talk about a young man ne kasa eyemede. The Casa show say, guy, we giving time, giving confidence, giving a very good environment to beat my man. This is Rossinia. Me pesa me chow on the horn because I feel na yeshino. But me monitor gradually. P craft of form on the horn. I want to analyze that and understand who he is because he hasn't achieved at the top level. I feel over. Away from that, Osi Madrid say, Abelu at me,
Aida. The La Liga and also the Champions League will stay beyond this season.
Mo and Ramekasimicho say resource and a day Abelo Abetu Edumano. So apart from resource, be bien who come to me. Now apart from some resource, every club will be from the lower tier to the top tier. It's a done resource. Na Madrid the crowd ye shada and high home and discuss it. And Timino. Madrid say Alonso ne management no show public do. Other than that on the field no Madrid for premium ho sa no bia beka no. But say obi so beka say oh Abelo abro Alonso so de ya baka say me ni ho no bi. Number 2 so beka say ohwe Abelo a bia obe say me say about set the game no quality the attitude I saw no. And mama confidence a lot about Abelo, whatever he will do. Because at Real Madrid, it is always about resource. And the current situation of Madrid woman. When is that politically, Pires can talk. Wakofa PG4 or more best player. Almost no. PG in Madrid boy, you understand say Sarah very ketuabi because of Mbappe Diakakra. It will show up. Pires knows that. He also knows that domestically and of course in Europe, the major rival Bakope and Barcelona no.
Only federation enya, only referees enya.
All this situation no results in the Pires the trinkwa be bien favor Pires. And it is a fair no so one team of results are Madiana so be no be no. He needs to have that resource. At some point you know, oh say be can say Obian kamom no mo Alonso na results mrantil say Mbappe mo asem buy. At Real Madrid there's one code it has never changed. That code when they say they coach winning, they don't coach development.
They coach winning. They don't coach development. Which am I saying?
Coaching no. Your more who do be the two na ye common. Your coaches in be on ma. They are for lecturing me buy system no me bonus see abi di kan me nyasem ba obi se Marcelo Bielsa no Pep Guardiola e boss no coaches ahodo ni nyina akọ no hokusua de or a lecturer or UEFA how many trophies and an saka
okay
such microphone they struggle to interpret the practical side of the game to players unim they are so conceptual
so barely the anyway
I mean call him seniors and Professor Minta he's a lecturer but he doesn't coach Uti Akente.
Yes.
They belong to that category. It is a such coach in Madrid on Fanny PPR. But at Madrid now, Antonio Conte type in Europe, they are for winning. They don't have time to develop any player. But football has another branch for everybody. The more you win, the more you grow. Basauka say, oh, Yakofa, Marcelo Bielsa, Naba Madrid. Who is it there to develop? To which level of the game?
You say budget titles.
Oh, Professor Mintama, we are coaching educators. They develop concepts for coaches. They can call some Boadu and tell himself what do squad and you say, but the squad man no one to find BBR. How and why? A son and profanity. Casemiro, Modric, and then Cruz. Omoye Pepe. So Cruz in Modric and Casemiro enko. So no so anya two enko. That is how the system works. So at Madrid, everything they coach, it is done towards winning something, not developing players. Say, I feel our level 1, you develop you show say you win step, you guide towards technical structure, technical ability, tactical profile, psychologically, physiologically, the 4 cardinal points of the game. How do you be develop? Or mentality in your over Madrid day. And this inclusive in the coaches, everybody. So we coach winning our Madrid. We don't coach development. Udru Sadown team 1 year developer. Udru Borussia Dortmund ne Ajax 1 man year developer. Udru Olympique Lyon near developer. Because in those places, winning is not the ultimate. But at Madrid, it is always winning at the highest level. Enti because so abelu antumi nya adwuma no a ya na asem ya konya asem, but the reality is the environment there no ade mema speed about train no monya comfort at the ride on the rail a resource. Now resource no ya na niam bi wo ho ego personalities ekosoro basa na wo esabu say oh ubetimi the resource na ba na mom crofo with the actors and how do you control them and na man management no eno de ya o want to anya bia so Madrid for no besa no wanya because dressing room near a big place. The problem ni right now Mbappe onya Ballon d'Or beje onya Champions League obeje and your individual aspiration no onya Ballon d'Or no bi obeje the Vinicius koji bi no onya bi obeje Champions League no na aka on the trophy cabinet no onya bi obeje or no de Vinicius thinks say hand over the man or club no picture bi on abelo e kasa no say picture no no a man for be complaining say calm down and Jude is an English boy. So one sign yes san ya katu ni team sa do yanyini in every environment they find themselves the English boys and then you na ko ane ne papa mo na ko Borussia Dortmund no Jude we ne mama ne papa mo hia Alonso ne na you meet before Alonso left. English boys and they feel say had the necessary. So Jude, Mbappe and Vinicius, I can tell you say Madrid dressing room and easy or
see ya the winning in for the cameras.
Me I
wasn't assembly at TTB.
Yeah.
You being so because of Rodrigo so Drew Bebinafi, I beko on one and a near din say Misty and Sana recently or the playing time Baba Sababenya the form. Rodrigo
the other market are dry. No your City no beko. No your Liverpool no beko. Banana market no. A few suitors in the market. there's a big problem on Madrid dressing room. And yadi obi na akohyehyɛ yadi ka football ho. Yadi ka football. Untimi travel smooth to da. This game untimi travel smooth. I'll be your peace winning. Yes, and a game it's here. It's a do baby rough patches and then you find ways to maneuver out. Now, this is a muddy time for Real Madrid. Squad no was certainly big boys are omunya achievus are. And the bimusu free baby bar as big boys or buying and oh as I see so individually. Now check Jude form one. No, the one son Alonso bebano. The second season will be Biabeko yo Mbappe buy and people even predicted it. So goes baby by Jude who share on the Vinicius to take box in Umbido. Mbappe bebesa. None of them tell Jude to share those goals, you know. Because Vinicius doesn't occupy the box.
Yes.
He doesn't occupy the box. Vinicius a football or box in Boni no I or Nyabibia or free hobby. But Mbappe profile or Tiba without the ball. And the told me so typical try a box in him. It won't you know. Vinicius back across also a box in back get more closer. Or per ball no per space. Now Jude a fan or about arrival late. Already with two people. So ball now be frank top box in a chuo and I counter it and naturally quantify and analyze goals in a Jude channel. Don't say and they are both free distance ever. It has been goals or second ball frato what connect to us through. He's always been scoring in the box. Now he has two players ahead of him. Brahim Diaz free Afcon beba beka ho. Free Afcon beba beka ho. And he is currently the best number 10 for Real Madrid. Brahim Diaz. So I know Madrid is a small club. Fans di Madrid fans. They understand the situation. Madrid na mu no tini problem na seda da yawo. Madrid na mu no o tini problem na seda da.
Because with the captains be 4, 5 about team they are not captains as no more bo armband. Barce the attack can say 2 captains ain't mean shape of back no. And you also expect to be here to say.
Enunti na me ka sem bia shahade a kire Barca fans no. Ombe yinu munye yinu, ombe hwe munye hye. Wasama ukantia. Barca fans ni mu ache mu hu so mo support Rafinha. Oh, Lamine.
Mo support omumienu.
Mo support omumienu. Award no benben ho na wiase nyina kola mi pe na wasafo na sa ba. Adam mo tar Rafinha sa, adam mo tar ne sa. You want to serve 2 captains in the same ship. How do you understand this game? It was Rafinha on kasa. When him land no also no. And it is one of the few times Brazil for your dominant Barca team no. And when you're backing dressing room ho. Check the team no Brazil for the door. Prominent field and so. It has been the Spanish guys, you know, and the one in change. As you feel, no, he has nothing to do apart from so boy empire no focus on the ball.
Abasa crisis say Brazil for the SA. That's all no na. You hope him.
Ya busa. So no ni say sao. Na basa for na dono no. Na ya na omode na banko munum. Pesa mo pretend say mo pesa support Rafinha na Elami. Sankofu mienu nya asem a basa mom na awuo. So Rafinha no pesa asem na beba ni nti no. Lami ka so beba penalty kura de be manabo. Yeah, but be na famu de. But at Madrid there are about 4, 5, 3 captains. Fans we support Mbappe, fans we Jude ho. Vini ho. Vini ho fans ho.
Brazil for
and now you see from Tia Basa kakra no ba bia na me wo pabo no na nye easy wo ho panifo ho nyina Vini so say Vinicius on mood but our attitude bintia na say nipa kakra so Madrid situation no they really understand it themselves. I think they would have a way to solve it here. You think this is the first time Madrid ever encounter now boys with me and some more. No. They've been having these issues. Away from that, Barca was still the prime years of Hansi Flick.
What's to say?
Barca it was still the prime years of Hansi Flick. It's like a Madrid. Me name se Pires in ref fin hodia. It's like Odi Bibi. A J Hansi Flick ekoha. Said oh yeah figo modie na.
Nanka Florentino Perez abefa Barcelona coach. Eko Madrid. CCA.
Na yen afena to koni jam. Ever since you've started following Spanish football, Oko wura first stories by your way in days baby sin there. Tambena Pires in it, Laporta and Yanto Copa, and Ben and Pompons also. Even next match election crowd had man on Laporta. And the Pires is seen to unsettle the Catalonia environment and all of the Barca project. Adia here a coach. Talk to the agents now. Because I don't understand why Barca is wasting years now.
Barca we see.
Look. Say coach is a we are say I cast winning game no so pa no. Ya on hihye enter free o be Hansi Flick din. But he's not getting what he wants. He's not getting what he wants. Adwuma na wo ye no. Ese ka Barca for no se bosia kra. Some say Barca to turn the properties back come yenu yense bi. They need to do that and get a quality side for this manager. And san no lose no. Enya Barca na no ya no more beba o coach body di mame.
Valverde.
No wo kire no ontimi nya bibia nya no a.
Yeah.
Nya Barca na no Ronald Koeman o ho na no ya club legend.
Kike setiam.
Kike na ntwe na o akaka na ntwe so. But they have Hansi Flick now. And they can't talk to the quality players on the market. No funa na Hansi Flick in here. Now imagine say Wakofa Cancelo ba right back or Baldi left back. No Wakofa Mickey van de Ven
from Tottenham.
Or na Kubasi ho.
Left centre back.
You know the most commonest feature absent our Barca speed and pace. Mickey van de Ven, one of the fastest central defenders in the game. Kubasi ho. He has height, he's durable, or aggressive, or an element to be a DB. He's the first guy to tackle you. Barca needs that guy. For Pedri's sake and longevity, not starting Nicolo Barella Edin coming from Inter Milan. This is Barcelona. And mediocrity marketing on one year Hansi Flick. What is it? They're wasting his years.
Okay, so Metsuasia as a manager, no more than one. I was so chain players or no was say.
So Sammy,
I don't know. Or some can be a Barca respond to on effort by bringing in players, maybe 1 or 2, 3 positions with elite players.
Kubeku Madrid for no. Kubeku other clubs or outside, you know, could be buying. Now buying crowd with even squad we undo the company yeah. With Casado at 6. You saw what he did to Vincent Company in the Kimmich. Yeah, you saw that game. PSG to me has a flex this year, but with few additions. Look, Fran Torres at this state of current Barca team, you know, he doesn't need to start for Barca. Fran Torres. Julian Alvarez and second start to a 9. Now Fran Torres are a deputy. Na Rashford and Rafinha e was ro na Lamine ene Rooney Badji e was ya na Femin ena Daniel Mo o fifia Nicolo Barella ene Pedri abo 8 na Casado ene Frankie de Jong Kunde be back Cancelo Gerard Martin ko back Baldi Garcia I support Mickey van de Ven ene Kubasi. What is left? She goalkeepers are all. What is left? Players are about 3 players per deal. But the players are just all 2 to me man back on can oh na me to no kwa no twakakra can when your players dig deep into your pocket to perform about Mickey van de Ven Julian Alvarez na da show no Nicola quality 8 na never Pedri ho
yes still na Champions League no
oh yeah
cause so cool ni ma be share Arsenal
do mo ya Hansi Flick no and this is the time I say so Real Madrid. This is the time I say we hear kakra bi na call the Real Madrid, but they are wasting his prime years. The day they lose Hansi Flick no remember sa come market team remember continue to coaches na wo no bi that is when one Laporta and Barca fans say oh this guy dear ebia for now you nya no so bi o and mama kan si so bi o say ever since a Pep etwi adwuma no coach obeye bi e de ben ho Enrique the wasa be bio dia ben ho kakra pa no Hansi Flick. Now check the mentality and the knowledge of these three coaches amabudi actual Pep, Enrique and Hansi Flick. Adena on argument we say kru ati se obi a wonu aduane sisoro be se nkyerasa mutum rika nye nkyere wa hasemra wonu aduane ne yo mutum rika mra oh ya na no ho se ojeni kura na mo sa ka mo yi sa na mo Hansi Flick se Barca for mo ntwen e ma Hansi Flick nko te sa be no mo
wo new mate me da sem say Barca for no do say masa wo wa na be fa one coach Mr. Abre.
Yes, yeah. Very good morning to your team na me consem ne so. But this morning there are two shockers be amenya free schools and colleges in mo am yemahye ba. Amasi should be 6. Ya version 1 ya version 2 and a yin film. Bosome SHTS Cancer Secondary Technical. Olag so akwakoyi high school film.
Run to me
10. Let me say obinya punch crowd to high school for coaching. Let me say okunu mai den if you an mai be kwa hwe how ankora no be city akọ. But yeah, interestingly, there has been a lot of stories that has been going round. Just this morning, na me kind story be from one handle of my friend the Caristel or something like that. Na Omo Spain, one of the legit handles. Na stories me no my ba ko mo se abelo ase. Opese Vinicius Junior and a protagonist e Real Madrid team alongside Kylian Mbappe. Number 2, Real Madrid they share any say Vinicius Junior by extending the contract. No what now. Then fast forward to Enra. There were reports from Germany and but from Pletigo ne build mo say Real Madrid are interested in Yamal Haaland. Now am I ready to go in full force? Now Marco Yamal Haaland in Real Madrid. Baby, you know, say the question I may be only is Real Madrid next manager wine and Sani about Vinicius Junior and Yamal Haaland in Como. Real Madrid swatch say they don't buy players for managers for managing sake. In recent years, among Kase will buy no style of play in the buy into a cotton player there, bro. There be Real Madrid buys players when they deem it fits a position where you're like was your coffee be the neighbor. Who coach ne who would you say nipa ne the neighbor no be improving a man fit into the squad. It is not always all the time that a Real Madrid manager will come out and say the style of play into Monkope player, A player, B player, C fanning day and fanning remy. For example, Carlo Ancelotti be coaching Real Madrid at Toni Kroos. Every retire or so more body beam no. There were a number of times and a number of reports that directed us towards one point to say Ancelotti say me here a deep line playmaker, me here 6, me here 6. But Real Madrid say there be yeah who Dean Heisen or baby. Me uncle for Dean Heisen in fan but na meboa. Kylian Mbappe he say no one Paris Saint-Germain contract issues no your man binti no I bet that free yanko fan mra. It is up to you as a coach say and nam na ye dia bro no beti mama nkwan no mo ayede. Beti mama nkwan no mo ayede. Now extending Vinicius contract for Real Madrid. Ade ba ko Florentino Perez eye nani so ade hunu so opeso ye pa dia. Then also hwe ho no de appoint hu coach. Selling Haaland the pan Real Madrid any abrese o mo be sign pass o be di dwuma mo a. Then also mo hwe ho no mo appoint hu coach. Ana bia so ni so sunsanso. Yeah, baby a yegina say no. Real Madrid coaching nankasa nje so mo twa me World Cup no. Say ya we World Cup na hwam na available. See how Casa Real Madrid team no. Any new man air cosu team in managing egos ni players ne gum. Why ne bit my bay jumano? Me boom trim CC ya. Real Madrid bet me in the near Jurgen Klopp.
Ono anso no mupe.
By our question here say egos ne Real Madrid team no be my Jurgen Klopp aye juma because egos ne Real Madrid team no comes nowhere closer. And as everyone say Liverpool then comes nowhere closer to the Real Madrid. Sadio Mane the Mohamed Salah so okay. It doesn't come anywhere closer to Real Madrid. Because Sadio Mane ni Salah or brands there, but the brands now Kylian Mbappe, Mone, Jude Bellingham, ni Vinicius, Mone, and your mom de ban. Yaw, a whole confusion state no more. But I've already told you say how Florentino Perez got power was through a player. So there's no way when Florentino Perez decides between a coach and a player, many back over you coach that. Insist that. Unless you prove me wrong and tell me where Florentino Perez chose a coach over a player. Especially player or a star player or Real Madrid team, not any other player. What's the matter? Player or a heavy or a face of the club, star player. Oh, team, Debbie. Oberquajano. You leave before that player. It may be someone say Jurgen Klopp. You see, well, Real Madrid, Eugenia say no. The Abema Jurgen Klopp now positive is that Jurgen Klopp might have learned a lot of lessons from the previous jobs, and now we will grow a Germany.
True.
I know only Mikasa. I know him said the bit me manage the dressing room. I won't take it off him, but it's also factual. I said the Liverpool player power is totally different from Real Madrid there. Name mum on na who dey say, "Yaw, Klopp bit me manage the situation here." Maybe no for the longer periods. No one person a Caribbean no frustrated. Imagine telling Kylian Mbappe to do gang pressing, telling Vinicius gang pressing. Now one match I'm lay off. Now both now to Tonsa.
See a man to me nkwandi ya.
Yeah, so I no catch Zabi Alonso say am out to me. And I no mukai. Ya one about a story in the chamber say. So the me catch so story there be no ho achi ne ba ko say.
And until now change training time, next time also more reporting.
Yeah, what I say? Because we are saying, no, no, we are sacrificing the boys now. Not to me. To one no more.
But in the pecking order, so Klopp was chain.
Oh yes, I agree. But there are people who are also ahead of Klopp.
Yes.
Where Real Madrid would need to go is dig deep and get those people. For example, Real Madrid could literally look at Zinedine's daddy again. It's a French national team, no, they're slow. But I think Zidane is very smart to a certain extent. So when you coach Real Madrid, there is no job security as compared to the French national team. I know bien so when you are trapped, ma I hear you walk up and I did the Shams in your money beam.
No, the Shams now crack.
Oh, your beam. A Jumani beton and also a national team who near drink a Sevilla. Your international break and no mabebo. Your Cobonish League, Alomacobo. A drew walk up and no Maco day. Oh, Makobo. And ya baby a French national team the was seen and nam won't coin him pa. The workers and nam new coin him no boy. And Namaka say a patre womb, tilapia womb, be bia womb, webemana kama. No as a job security in the it just a Real Madrid could be beyond reasonable doubt convinces and it is done. He said there be a dreamer we need there was the mount now be no idea to me say my baby because in a Real Madrid dressing room. Says Zidane is stepping a foot in the dressing room now. Every player becomes a normal player. Now me taste will say Real Madrid Pedro baby ada gula muni we more dress Kamavinga more dress room at the quality shot. But that's how football is. Who is Zidane to check? Carlo Ancelotti is not coming back. Thomas Tuchel bit my way.
Tuchel, just one man up to me. England, for one man to me. That is why recently, okay, the last time I'm more qualified for World Cup, and now, Ebimu could raise Jude and come by England.
What to baby cry?
No, so for now, no one is a Morgan Rogers cry. Consider Rogers cool Palmer more. And now,
and Richie, I was a cousin, be said the selection will be based on players. Our more proper social character, especially who can create a certain environment within the team, a best suitable for competition. Our team champion a supporting role, and also a crown or better to say.
Also not about names.
Also not about names. Real Madrid budget side. So you look at Obi says Thomas Tuchel and the Real Madrid job. Obi TV. Enzo Maresca. Yow. Real Madrid is not only about coaching.